Hello, welcome back, guys and girls. Bill here. Hope you're having a great day. I want to talk to you about the DPMs. This is the multiple springs, recoil reduction, blah, 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 blah. It's a guide rod. It's a uncaptured guide rod. Now, they do make the captured ones. I've only been using the uncaptured ones. I've got one for my Walther PDP full size, and I really like it. So I wanted to give a try to the Glock 17, the Gen 5 Glock 17 one. So I got it. This one comes with 3 springs, all right? So I'm gonna show you real quick kind of what you get in the box with this one, and then I'm gonna show you how I put it together and kind of how easy it is, depending on what version you use. As you can see, I've got it in right here. All right, so you're talking an uncaptured. Now, later in this video, I'm gonna show you some range footage of me shooting this, but in the range footage, I didn't know what this was called, but now I know it's called a washer. All right, so you've got your washers. We've got 3 different sizes. You've got 3 different size springs, and then you've got 3 different size washers. And you've got, this is called a compression disc. I'll show you how to use that. I didn't actually need it for the one that I used. You've got your recoil guide rod, right here. And then this is what they call a safety pin. All right, and then you've got your instruction manual that comes with it as well. So the instruction manual is actually pretty good. You can see here that they're showing how to set up and use a compression disc once you pick your spring to push it down. All right, and then you use a safety pin to hold that. And then the compression disc comes off. So they show you all this. They show you how to put it in and that sort of thing. Like right here, you can see that he was able to push that push the guide rod through the slide and pull that pin out right here. So I'm gonna show you that too, and I'm gonna show you what I chose and why I chose it. So essentially you're looking at 3 different springs, and then let me turn this sideways, and you've got 3 different washer sizes. All right, so you've got small, medium, large, and then you've got small, medium, and large. Now in the instructions, they tell you that the largest spring equals the strongest spring. All right, so for me, and then they also kind of give you a little bit of a rundown for competition ammunition, small washer with the smaller soft, small soft or medium spring. For factory ammunition, heavy washer with medium or hard spring, and then for heavy plus P ammunition, you're wanting a long washer with the long/hard or the medium spring. And so I did start with that one. And then I tried that one, and then I tried that one. So just for practice, I ended up using them all. But what I found was with this small one, all right, so if you can see, I've got the small spring with the small washer. I actually did not even need, here we go, that I didn't actually even need to use the compression disc. All right, so this is how I did it with my Walther PDP. So I'm gonna put that in. All right, I like to hold it against my body, but for the video, I'm just gonna try it right here. I push that all the way until it goes in. All right, and boom, we're in. All right, so I didn't actually even need the compression sleeve, but I'll show you with the heavy spring and the large washer, and then the safety pin is what they call that. So I'm gonna use these 2 with the compression sleeve, just so you guys can see. When I got this, I went looking for videos to see, watch somebody do it, and I just couldn't find any. So if they're out there, I wasn't able to find them. So I'm doing this just so you guys, if anybody needs a video, hopefully they'll run across this one and this will be helpful. These days, with YouTube being the way they are, a lot of people are just afraid to do informative videos like this. So, I think that might have something to do with it. So I'm gonna set this aside for now. because this is the one that I want. But just to show you guys, here is the longest spring. And then here's the longest washer. And I'm going to use that compression disc as well. So, yeah, here we go. So I'm going to push this down. All right. And then using this, I'm going to slide this all the way here. I'm now going to take that, and you want to make sure you're wearing glasses for this. I'm turning it sideways, but you want to make sure when you put it in that you put it in like this instead of the long way, because this is how you're able to get it off, if you can see there. So that's what that's for. Now, when you put it in, I'm going to slide it in this. I'm going to do mine the same way. All right, so it's on. Now what I want to do is go here. I push it out just a little bit. I take that out now very carefully because it's under high pressure. I'm going to make sure it's sitting on the correct one, which it is. All right, and that's how you would do that. Now, to take it off, I'm just going to do it in reverse. I'm going to pull down and then slowly and carefully release this off this way. All right, so here, and then slowly come off. So that's under a lot of pressure, as you can imagine. All right, and so we're done there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here since I'm done with these. All right, so I don't lose them. I'll put these springs back in the box when I am done. And for the second time, I'm going to show you how I assemble it with the smallest washer and the smallest spring. So I don't actually need this compression disc for my lightest spring with the smallest washer. Now that's the one that I shot today. Stay tuned for the range footage on that. All right, and there we go. So it's just like any other uncaptured guide rod that I've ever used. You just kind of have to guide it in. I hold it like this, usually against my body, and then start pushing this guide rod in through the spring until I line it up. Now you do want to check, number one, that the guide rod is sitting fully in here, and then two, that the guide rod is sitting on the correct shelf. So you don't want it on that first one, you want it on the second one, all right? And you'll know this when you go to put your slide back on. If it's catching something, you'll know that you have it on the wrong shelf. So, and you can do some damage. I've done it before. I've got some chip marks on my locking block on my MR920 where I had it on the wrong shelf, and I've been doing this for years. It's just sometimes if you're not paying attention, very easy to do. So there it is. When you go to put it on, all right, it will hit this if it's on the wrong shelf. So now with this CAGWorks slide, see, very easy with this CAGWorks, slide stop, slide release to have it not sit on there correctly. This CAGWorks slide stop, slide release makes it very difficult to guide it on sometimes, or actually all the time. All right, and then boom, just like that. I like to check, just make sure that's empty. All right, and we are on. I don't notice I've heard people say that it racks easier. I've not noticed that, and stay tuned for the footage of me shooting this DPM's Recoil guide rod. But just racking that slide, I do not notice any difference. So guys, stick around. Thanks for watching. Stick around for the range footage, and we'll get to that right now. All right, guys, I'm bringing y'all along to test out the DPM's spring guide rod system on my Glock 17. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're going to go ahead and confirm I've got the lightest, smallest spring with the smallest little end cap. They have 3 different springs and 3 different end caps, 3 different sizes springs, 3 different size end caps. So I've got what is the lightest, the smallest spring with the smallest end cap. We're testing out 115, and then I'll try 124 and 147. And I shot for an hour yesterday, so just based on that, I will try to tell you guys how the recoil feels. So I'm not worried about accuracy. I'm just strictly making sure that all the ammo cycles, and then how does that impulse feel. So here we go. All right, so the 115 cycle, no problem. Let's shoot this 124, see how it does. I can tell a difference between the 115 and the 124 with the gun. But if you were to say, does it feel any different than shooting the 124 yesterday with an OEM guide rod? Honestly, I can't tell a difference. All right, so we got the 147. Let's see how this shoots. So, I can tell a difference between the 115, 124, and 147, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't really notice a difference running the OEM 124 with the OEM guide rod and then 124 with the DPMs. I'm sure after running this for a little while, that will start to kind of break in and there will be a noticeable difference. But as of now, the only difference that I was noticing was running from 115 to 124 to 147. It wasn't shooting noticeably softer than, say, the OEM guide rod from yesterday. So hopefully that'll change. I'm glad that it cycled all the ammo. I am going to go ahead and continue to run it. Thinking about the PDP, that I've got the same DPMs in my Walther PDP 4.5 inch. And I noticed a huge difference, especially with the 147 grain. So I'll continue to run this DPM guide rod and recoil system with this Glock 17, but I wasn't like noticeably impressed with it, just shooting it with my first rounds. So I'll continue to run it, and I'll keep you guys posted on what I think about it.